Hello everyone, this is Waldorf,
And this is Statler,
and today we're looking at Battle Report 46
046,
with his Orcs and Goblins, my Orcs and Goblins versus Dread
the
Elves.
Dread Elves.
Yep, still practicing for the Battle Cry tournament in Baltimore.
Didn't we just do a Dread Elves battle report?
Uh,
Are they becoming the new ogres?
They are not the new ogres.
Yeah, just
no
checking.
one is the new ogres.
Yeah.
There are no new ogres.
And this is at Huzzah Hobbies again.
This one's at Hobbies.
Is this in the new gaming area, or still the old one?
This was in the old gaming area,
Okay.
I believe.
Ah, look, an army list.
Look, there's my army list. So I'm trying to kind of getting closer to nailing this down for that tournament.
There you go.
This was one of my last tweak. Well, the last few games were my last few tweaks.
Right.
This one I tried to put in a witch doctor. Was the big thing.
This is the 4,500.
4,500.
Yeah.
So I still have the Orc War Boss. Kind of the same build I've been using for a while because the Feral Orc on the Wyvern took the plates of Tuck Tech from him.
Right.
So he had to get the distracting plate, distracting armor.
Mm-hmm.
Because I found out I've been playing the plates of Tuck Tech wrong. They're only tough. They're only impact hits are only strength 3 if you're on a boar.
Right.
Which is terrible. It's not worth having. But making yourself toughness 6 is still a prize.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. Then the Feral BSB still there with the bronze breastplate. He's switched out now and he's got a great weapon. And tried a Witch Doctor with an additional spell, so level 2 guy with the Ring of Fire. And to make the points available for him, I downgraded my Boar Boys to Goblin Raiders. But other than that, and dropped a couple Common Orcs. 47 in one, 46 in the other. Common Orcs with bows and spears. 2 units of Force Goblin Raiders, and 2 Gargantulas. It's a very small list.
For Orcs and Goblins, yeah. Of course, you got almost 100 and just guys on foot.
I do. Oops, wrong way. If you go this way,
We can see the other army list.
You do, and this is kind of a list from memory.
Not a very elven font you chose here.
Yeah, well, what do you want?
I want an elven font, but I was clear on that point.
Anyway, Dread Prince with a headsman's axe. It's the multi-wound weapon. He had the Crimson Mail, which is that fantastic armor they have. Starts off as heavy armor, but for every wound he causes, it goes up by 1.
And a shield?
And some kind of shield. Shield.
I'm not familiar with the shield.
Shield is a special thing. They can use a shield on each arm because they're very dexterous.
That was some kind of dance. The shield.
Shield.
Cha.
No. Yeah. Then he had a captain on a raptor, which is his BSB. He had a lance, and I don't know what else he was equipped with.
Mm-hmm.
20 blades of knob.
Mm-hmm. Knob.
23 Dread Legionnaires with spears. Yes. 30 Tower Guard with the Banner of Blood. That's the one that lets them reroll their 1s and 2s.
Yep. 11
Crossbowmen, Repeater Auxiliaries. 9 Dread Knights with the Banner of Speed to bring them up to movement 8. 2 units of 5 Harpies. 2 of the Dread Reaper War Machines.
Bolt throwers, yeah. And
2 units of 5 Dark Acolytes.
Mm-hmm.
That's his current list, and he's playing around with that, and he didn't want to give me his list because he doesn't want people to know what he's running. So I kind of just...
Wait a minute. Where's his favorite piece?
What? Harpy?
No.
Medusa?
Medusa's
gone.
Oh,
Not on his list.
He finally admits it's not very good. Yes. It's too fluffy for a tournament.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I decided I was going to take, because what I'm missing, wanted more firepower, so I was going with Pyromancy. Against him, I rolled up the Cascading Fire and the Enveloping Embers. I rolled a pair of 2s, so I stuck with the Cascading Fire, and Enveloping Embers against Elves is fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
hard to cast, though.
It is. It's a 12. So we had the deployment. We played one of the deployments from the tournament coming up, and this was the diagonal deployment.
What is it down the middle of the table?
This is just a piece of yarn string thing for the deployment
chain or something.
Yeah.
It's like you can't enter the store until we remove the chain.
Okay. So you can see on the far left, there's his raptors, a unit of harpies, The Blades of Nob coming up are next. Moving on down the line, we have the unit of Spearmen. And then the Tower Guard, which are this big unit here, the Tower Guard. On down to the Crossbows, and 2 units of unit of Harpies hiding behind here.
Right.
And 2 units of the Dark Acolytes. And of course, on the hill are his 2 Dread Reapers.
Mm-hmm.
My side,
they're manned by ghosts.
They are. They're magical.
They're magical. They don't even need anybody shooting them, or any extra ammo.
So I've got a unit of down here. I've got a unit of Spider Riders. One of my units of Orcs. Another Spider Riders. Gargantula. There's my new bunker. Is the Wolf Riders.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a BSB in it. It's got my general in it, and it's got the level 2 mage in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming a Death Star. Stay away.
Yeah. Fear the power of the Wolf Riders.
Fear the power of the Wolf Riders.
Yeah.
Another big unit of Orcs. Another big unit of Orcs. There's the guy on the Wyvern. Oops. There's the Wyvern. I don't see a guy on him.
Wyvern was hungry.
Oh, this is where I got there a little bit late, and we were kind of rushing to get things started.
Yeah, I don't see anybody on the spider side.
The Howdas aren't there yet.
Yeah.
And there's the other spider. They'll be there in a minute. So, one thing he wanted to point out. Oh, go ahead.
I was the train, just so you got a hill in each corner.
Kind of a hill in each corner, a field in the middle where he's deployed in.
Right. A wall.
Behind
his cavalry and 2 woods.
Correct.
And a building.
2 woods and a building.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you're playing diagonally.
Yep. So, moving on. The one thing he did have today that was different than what he normally has is he had a brand new banner he wanted to show off.
Okay.
So it was really nice. he was very proud of his banner.
Wait a minute, that's me.
Oh, you recognize that, huh?
Yeah.
So, anyway, he got that going for him. So, there we have it. That's his battle line. And mine again.
Now I'm going to have to just badmouth the whole... I was being polite before.
You're not pulling any more punches?
Nope.
All right.
Like I'm going to mention those harpies carrying the rock candy.
Yeah, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
They're not carrying it. They're riding on it.
They're doing something to the rock candy, but this is not a rated R site.
Okay.
We don't want the explicit indicator.
Probably good.
Mm-hmm.
After Vanguard, both my spider units shifted over to the left. I was going to go first. I deployed. I dropped my army. And we move on to turn 1.
Fancy box.
And look at that fancy box.
Mm-hmm.
So with an 18, there's only 18 inches apart. So I didn't want him taking a 10 and getting into me, so I gave up a unit early to block him.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy's moved up. Elsewhere, we just kind of shuffled up a bit. The ones needed. These guys fired and just destroyed this unit.
Well, they are only toughness 3.
That was fantastic, and there's not enough of them in the field.
Yeah.
To give him protection. So I mean, they just mowed them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Naked elves are vulnerable to.
Yes.
The only unit vulnerable to bows.
So the other unit
elves.
fires and.
Not so good.
Not so good. Well,
but these guys are a little better protected.
They're better protected. They're in cover because they're in the
right.
field majority, so not quite as good there. Some of Spider fires as well and drops off a crossbowman. Yay.
Why didn't you fire the other guys at the crossbowman?
They were too far.
Ah.
If you looked, I was deployed back, and the crossbowmen are back even further.
Okay.
I could have fired a few, but not many.
So, still don't see a Hodo or a Rider, by the way.
The other Spider fired and picked off 2 more.
Okay.
So now he's down to much less. So on his turn, bottom of 1.
So he's not going to be filling that unit next game.
And on Magic, I rolled like a 1 and a 2 and failed to cast.
Okay.
Because I went for 3 dice on the big thing. Because I just figured I was going for 3 dice while he had 2 and hopefully push it through.
If he would have gotten off the other spell, though.
I could have got off on fire. The other one probably. Anyway. But
Finished off those guys.
well, the other one spell I have is the one that's in every unit that's in contact with somebody in combat takes a D6 strength 4.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't have gone. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no reason to cast it.
You put it on these spiders, and then plus you get the attribute and zaps some harpies.
D3, yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, the harpies declare their movement. Those things are fast.
They're 10.
They're 10. So
One of the fastest flyers in the game.
he declares, and you notice I've deployed all the way back here on the back.
But his are slower because they're carrying big rocks.
Yeah. So he declares a charge at my spider riders back here.
Uh-huh.
And there you go. There's his charge. Look, and they make it.
It's too bad.
Yeah, it is. It's not going to go well for me. They're only strength 3, but
2 attacks each.
10 attacks at strength 3 before I go.
Yeah.
And these guys reformed and just marched away from me. Not marched, but reformed and moved just to get away from me.
I'm not understanding how they did that.
What?
It's the same formation he was in before he started. What, he like turn? Oh, he turned like sideways?
Correct.
Okay.
And just walked away.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Magic bolt thrower?
Magic bolt thrower magically makes 4 of my spiders disappear.
Yeah.
But I did pass my break check,
Okay.
my panic. So the other magic bolt thrower
Yeah.
gets the other one. His crossbowmen fire, and they put a wound on my spider.
Yep.
You know, it's nice when I do it. It's irritating when somebody else does it to me.
I was just reading on some video on our review. Somebody said that these things weren't any good.
Which one?
The bolt, the repeater
These guys?
crossbows. Yes.
Well, they're not. They only did 1 wound. They should have done more if they were
Exactly.
good.
Hey, I found your Hoda crew.
You look at that.
Why-
You see that?
Yeah.
Look at that. Things are showing up, looking better.
And now something seems to be getting picked up.
And the spiders are getting picked up. So the harpies did what I kind of thought they would and just obliterated me. So my chaff's gone on turn 1.
Okay.
Not bad. I expected to lose the piece up front, but I didn't think the back one would.
Right.
I thought it was safely out of their distance. It was like an 18, 19 or something, but
Mhm.
I guess that's not too bad for them. So moving on to turn 2. That's what we're looking like at the beginning of the turn. So he's coming right at me hard. You can see everything's moving up.
Right.
So I'm in. We're going.
Okay. I should notice you switched your wyvern to the other side of the woods.
Sorry, I moved my wyvern to the other side of the woods.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
He went to the other side of the woods where the whole battle line was in.
Yes.
Now, this is where I kind of had a debate because the wyvern did have it was 18 inches from the wyvern to the front corner of these guys, the
Right.
Raptor Riders, the Dread Knights,
Yeah.
which I was so tempted to take because he's movement 9 because I called the Wa.
Yeah.
So he's movement 9, so it's a 9 to get there. He's in big trouble if I don't make it, though. And I'm in big trouble if he doesn't make it.
Why?
Because it's going to open up everything else. The only thing that's kind of threatening the center is the big wyvern, I thought.
Spiders. He doesn't want.
So
He doesn't want to fight the spider except for the one guys, right?
checking out the Orcs, and that's where I was finding out it was.
Mhm.
So he declares a charge into the spears. There we go. And these guys,
Oh, okay.
needing they're 12 inches away.
Yeah.
And a movement 5 with Swift Stride.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm going. So, you can see the big pile of orcs makes it in. Why didn't that not just show up? Oh, and there you go. Sorry, there's another arrow over there. You can see up on the top of the screen where the wyvern's going into the tower, the spearman,
Okay, I was wondering
and the
about
spider's going with it.
Why he didn't charge with the spider? Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Spider's going with him. The spider needed a 14, but he's moving
Okay.
8 with
Sure.
So everybody makes it in.
Oh, so the spider's in.
The spider's
That's what I
in,
was
but the
wondering.
legs
The
are
legs
the
blocking,
problem. And he is far enough to the left that I can overrun into the blades of knob.
Mm-hmm.
Except for, if it goes straight forward, he'll overrun into the blades of knob.
Mm-hmm.
And my general and BSB both leave the unit. Because what good's a bunker if you're going to stay in it?
Exactly.
Um, they needed to get further than they could in the unit because the unit's no longer fast cav if they stay in.
Right, right.
And they couldn't get where they needed to be because I needed to be out here where their bubble can make sure to cover everything they need. Anyway, so they ran off over here because it's just not something that's normally done. And down on the bottom right, you can just see the corner.
You could try 2 units that are a little smaller
bounce between them
and bounce between them.
Yeah, but then if they're not 8, they don't count as core, and
Right,
that's
so
got a core problem.
a little small, 8.
Yeah, but anyway,
Anyway.
that's pricey. Over on the bottom right hand corner, the mage is left as well. I've been a while since I played mages. There he is down on the very bottom.
Oh, he left too.
Yeah, he left too. Because I thought if the mage stayed in there, the tower guard might come and just erase him. Come and hit him. That's not too far. But anyway, so there we have it. The purple spider on the right, backed up a little bit to keep both units of Dark Acolytes in undercover. These guys fire, shoot a lot. Look at all those. Those are all the hits, and those are all the saves. I only got 3 of them after all that. I was excited after the hits. That was in the tower guard, of course.
Right.
So moving on, my mage again failed to cast. I tried the fireball. He blocked it. This was a big dice magic phase, so he had plenty of dice. So shut things down. I charged him. I got 21 attacks here with the lethal strike, strength 4 armor piercing on the charge.
Right.
I killed 2.
Well, 21, you're hitting half, so that's 10.
10. I should get it 1.
That's 2. That's one and a half.
Maybe
One
almost 2 lethals.
Yeah.
And 10 hits should be 5 wounds, right?
No, the toughness 4.
Yeah. 4
Oh yeah,
4.
and you're 4 also. Yeah, yeah.
So 5 wounds, and he's saving on 4 ups. So 2.5 should get through.
Yeah.
1 lethal strike and another 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I guess it wasn't terrible, but for some reason I was expecting more. Don't know why. I'm always expecting more with these guys. So he issues a challenge with his champion here, something I hadn't counted on. Which is not good for me, because I need to do 10 wounds to this unit to break the steadfast.
Right.
So yeah.
And you didn't bring the wolf riders up to chaff as guys.
No, that would have been a really smart idea, considering I moved all the characters out so I could do that.
Yeah.
And then left them there where they were. Anyway.
You were distracted.
I was distracted. I don't know why. I was so happy all these charges made it, even if they're short charges. So they had to do 10 wounds. They did. They blew right through them. The wyvern had to overrun. The spider chose not to, as they were the last guys left were off to the right. He would have gone, kind of shot the gap towards the crossbowman, which I wasn't looking for.
There was enough. Yeah, you would have missed the.
I would have missed
blades.
the blades of Knob.
Okay.
I probably should have done it anyway, in hindsight, but
yeah, because
it would have kept pressure on everything else.
Yeah, he didn't want that thing behind him.
What's that? Yeah, he doesn't want the spider roaming around in the background.
And now he's got like 2 flank shots if he wants to take them.
Well, you'll see in a minute. So this guy, after he overruns, takes a wound in the field, of course. Dangerous terrain to flyers.
Yeah.
So, not good. And the spider was able to reform out of his arc.
Okay.
The back, and while he was facing straight forward, the back corner was in there.
Okay, well, that's
the pivot got him out of it.
Yeah, it works.
So it's kind of okay with that position.
Yeah, because none of the other guys will be worried about him.
So the blades of Knob can't get past him to charge anything in the back. Anyway, the tower guard, who I'm really afraid of, are the other ones.
Right.
So we go to the bottom of 2. That's what it looks like. Tower guard decide to go after my other unit of orcs. And the blades of Knob, of course, are going to pile in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, it looks like.
Yeah, it's not going to go well.
8 or 9.
He's lucky.
So the tower guard They thought they made their charge. Anyway. Oh, and then over here, the Dark Acolytes charge the front of my spider.
Yeah.
That
Four upward
save is really good. So this was
four
a really...
upward save and poison. It's a good combo against
This
monsters.
was a really good move on his part. The Harpies charged into my BSB. He doesn't think he can kill him.
Yeah, but he's got the flank and the charge.
But he's got a flank and a charge. He's probably not going to do any wounds. I'm tough 5. I mean, with a good armor save. Anyway, he's not what he's looking for, though, is to lose the fight and have me chase him off the board.
Okay.
And now my BSB's not there to provide that bubble.
Is he feral?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So he goes. He of course gets in, and as you can see, because he can only get 3 in, the first 2 I kill will come off this end, and the next one I kill comes off the other end, and now I'm dangled off the board if I pursue him. Which
why does it come off the other end? First 2.
First 2 have to come off the bottom.
Yeah.
And if I kill a third one, I'm hoping I just kill 2, and I can stay on the board.
Right.
Or kill 4 and leave, whatever. But anyway.
Or go crazy, kill all 5.
Or just go crazy and go all 5 with my 5 attacks.
Yeah.
That would be pretty awesome. 4 from the rider and 1 from the beastie. So, anyway, moving on. You can see the Tower Guard have made it in on the right. The Dark Acolytes are in on my spider.
Yep.
My
The
Gargantula.
other ones are positioning.
Circle around to the side. These crossbowmen reform and get position to fire at my guy in the field.
Where does Harpies come from?
This was his second unit of Harpies.
Was hiding behind the guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're still just floating around in the backfield.
How come some of them are walking in snow, and other ones are walking in black lava?
This is his new unit back here.
Okay, is that why he's pointing with the 2 fingers?
He was very upset at me because the crossbowman unloaded on this guy in the field. He got 2 wounds through my armor, and I made 2 5 upward saves. He was not happy.
I see.
But he does have 2.
I think it's inappropriate behavior for a lawyer.
Yeah.
He's supposed to use He's using his power of words to defeat you.
You're still hurting over that banner, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So, but the first crossbow fails to wound.
I think I'm going to get my lawyer to contact him for defamation.
Give him a cease and desist.
Yes, defamation of character.
First Dread Reaper fails to wound me. The second one hits me and kills me.
Single boats?
Both single bolts.
Oh, killed you?
Killed me. I only had 3 wounds left. He rolled 3 and did 3.
Oh, where'd the wounds come from?
I only had 1 other wound from the field.
Yes.
Dread Reaper did 3. Here, of course, I killed 3 of the guys and chased the other 2 off.
Yep.
Perfect what he wanted. These guys came in and did 2 wounds.
Wow.
And I didn't show it, but I wiped them out.
Yeah, I figured, but eat them.
These guys came in and did 3 wounds, which is just irritating. But I did 4 back to him. So he had a charge in 3 versus my 4.
Yeah.
And I get to hold for a change. So I got that going for me. Here he did 13 wounds to me. And I did 4 back to him.
Is your spider lined up so he could... Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
He charged you. You didn't charge him.
Yeah. These guys break and run. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why this Wolf Rider was deployed within 6 inches of them. My goblin mage.
The mage? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why he was deployed within 6, but of course he panicked.
Because he wanted a panic check with a goblin, clearly.
And on turn, I figured I only needed him for 2 turns.
Well, he was safer out there by themselves instead in his bunker.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on back over here, he's killed another 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Looks like 10 of me.
Yeah. He has a character in his unit, right?
He's got a BSB.
Yeah.
But he's pretty much hitting just like the other ones. He's just 2 extra attacks. But he's butchering me over here.
Well, they are elves.
But I've got my general, I'm stubborn, steadfast, 9, so I stick around.
Right.
Again, and he reforms to bring even another one into the front line.
Yeah.
Get the 2 more cold raptor attacks.
Looks like he's going to have some company there in a second, though.
Well, the problem is he's covered that frontage. I can't get in with my...
Oh, you're still in the front?
My general. Back there you see on the far right. But...
No, I was referring to the spider.
The spider up there is still in the front.
Oh, it's too bad.
but he is overlapped. I mean, there's a corner available over there.
Okay, that's all you need.
So we go on to turn 3. There you go.
Yep.
He's coming in, and you can see he makes it in there.
Mm-hmm. Battle Standard comes back on the table.
Yes. Battle Standard Bearer comes back and joins. The bunker moves over. The Battle Standard comes back in, joins it, and the other guy joins it as well.
And the general joined in.
General joined in as well.
He's on the left. He's on the left flank.
They're back. The general's on the left. The
Yeah.
BSP's on the right.
Okay.
And now they're back in their bunker where they belong.
There you go. They're missing somebody though.
They're missing their friend.
Yes.
Over here, what's going on over here? Oh, then we go into the combat with the spider in there. I managed to kill 4 of them this time.
Mm-hmm.
He kills 7 of me. He still wins the combat.
Yep.
I'm still steadfast, and the spider's stubborn 9, so nobody goes anywhere. Oh, sorry. He does that. Spider, I don't know why that 8's there on the spider. So I'm stubborn 9, steadfast 9, so I roll a 10 and an 11 with my orcs.
Okay.
And they run, and as they run, they clip
Run
this
through
unit,
these guys. Yes.
run through those, and go off the board.
Okay. But
And-
they didn't run away
Well, that unit did roll an 11
on the first roll.
on the first roll,
Okay.
and the BSB saved them. So anyway, scary. So he redeploys, and if you notice, on my move, you can see the BSB and the general are in that unit,
Yes.
and they're facing off to the right into the tower guard.
Yes.
To keep an eye over there, because there's no chance this, 17 orcs and a spider are going to have a trouble with this unit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I saw that.
Okay. So now that they need to be facing, anyway. So there you go.
But your spider doesn't have any wounds on him.
The spider has 2 wounds on him.
Oh, he's got 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got 2 on him.
Yeah,
He's
he's still
not
got 6 left.
terrible. And you can see on the right, the purple spider has finished off the last guy,
Yep.
and just turned to face the Dark Acolytes, because I know he's going to send this. He doesn't hesitate to send the Dark Acolytes
Yeah.
on the spider
Yeah.
with the 4 board save, because you never know what's going to happen. And so I just turned to face him because he's going to throw him, and I don't want to give him the rear bonus
Sure.
on top of everything else, because combats are usually close. But for once, he decided not to charge me. So he came over here out of their arc. He moved the harpies over here beside the building,
Yeah.
and the tower guard came up here. Those 3 are supposed to be up, but he was being lazy. 3 in the back. But what he's done is he's basically trapped me, so there's no way out.
Right.
So if I make my march move, I can't slip out either side. I can run to the other side of the hill, but
Mhm.
I can't get out of everybody's arc.
Right.
So in the crossbows turn, with the purpose of shooting at me. All right, so he fires his bolt throwers, first bolt thrower, and picks off for my bunker.
Oh, he's tucking in the bunker. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to try to finish them off. I think that was both of them. Did that. So we go to another round of combat. He's done nothing to my spider, and I've killed another one of him. So he's down to.
Oh, only got 1.
So he's down to a. Yeah, I only got 1 this turn.
Yeah.
So he's down to a champ in his BSB,
Mm-hmm.
and I do have. I put the. Since I only had 1, I put the venom surge attack,
Right.
venomous fangs attack on the BSB,
Right.
and it got through and did
Okay.
2 wounds.
Okay, so
Well,
you-
rolled a 1
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So he's got 2 wounds on him. So he's got 2 wounds left in this unit,
Okay. And you won that combat then.
and I won that combat.
But he stood.
But he's
Okay.
so moving on to turn. Well, yeah, he did no wounds. I did 3 wounds to him. He had the banner, which is the war banner. Yeah, he was only down by 1
Okay.
because he takes the war banner
Yeah. Yeah.
with that. Anyway,
Yeah. I think it's kind of an unsung piece now that you can, that all banners count.
yes, it's actually a big help.
Yeah.
Over here, I did make my march test, backed up over, ran across the hill and turned and face.
Right.
It's the only place I had to
Yeah.
going for me.
Now only the 1 unit can see you, right?
Correct. Now only the Dark Acolytes can
Of
see
course, they'll
me.
be charging downhill, but
He will, but anyway.
better that than the other guys.
Yeah. Over here, I can see this is going nowhere. That strength. The spiders, again, I've said this before. The spiders if you want to call it a weakness, the one thing Spider is not good at is high armored guys.
High toughness, high armor. Yeah.
Decent toughness, high armor.
Because of strength.
So I'm needing 3s to wound him, and then he's saving on a 4-up.
Right.
So, it's hard to get through those. And his BSB's, I think, a little bit better than that.
Well, the character's more resilient,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, but you've got those,
but
it's just a sheer number of attacks.
Yeah, and the goblins hitting on 5s with strength 4, strength 3 aren't going to do much either.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But the armor piercing and the possible...
Who was armor piercing?
Lethal... Oh, sorry, they're not spear, they're light lances. Yeah.
So anyway, so you can see I swing my general out of the unit off here to the right so he can see the combat, so hoping next turn to get him in.
Right.
To help clean that up. If it'll ever clean up. There's a couple pictures of that. I don't know why there's so many. So over here, he's put 2 wounds on me this round, and I killed his final guy.
Right. So he's down to his BSB.
He is.
With 1 wound.
With 1 wound. I rolled a break test. I rolled a 10 because I did 1 wound and he did 2.
Right.
And he's got 2 banners. So
yep.
I rolled a 10 followed by a 3. So this guy's trying to escape.
Yeah.
He's trying hard to get out of this fight. So over here on his turn, bottom of 4, the Dark Acolyte's 2nd unit comes in at me.
Right. And he brings the other guys on the hill.
And the other guys come up, step on the hill. The Harpies come over here to try to block off my escape to the right.
Yeah, okay.
He's just trying to plug holes.
Yeah.
Crossbowmen start heading towards the center of the field. Let's see, there's a better picture. So we go into combat, and neither one of us do a single wound to each other.
And he slid over?
And he slid over as far as he could to the right.
I'm gonna have to whinge about the corner-to-corner thing again.
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't like it. You don't like it.
Nope.
People have posted on our chipped in
they
with us that they don't like it.
They gotta fix that.
Yeah. So over here, 2, 4, 6. I did 7 wounds to him. Of course, he only takes 2 of them.
Yeah.
So
of course. Yeah. You would like to see 3 or 4.
It's that 4-up ward save.
Yeah.
And then, but my goblins did get a 3rd one.
Okay.
So I'm okay with. So it got a little bit better after that. But I think I don't know what he did to me. He had the charge downhill.
Right.
I think he won the combat, but I stuck on my 6.
Must have got some wounds on you. I see you have 5 wounds on you.
Well, he had charge and downhill.
But you get 3 wounds, so you had to do some wounds on you.
Yeah, I think he did 2 to me.
Yeah.
So I think I had 3 from the prior and the 2 down
okay.
here. So I'm up to 5 now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, back on my turn, I declare the charge because I can see him.
Yep.
And move about 2 inches.
Yep. Because he slid all the way to the other side?
No, well, yes. He slid as far as he could to the other side.
Yes.
I charged and failed. It wasn't that long of a charge, but I did fail.
Yeah. Would you have failed if he was 2 inches over?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Over here, the fight continues. With these guys, looks like another slap round where nobody did anything to either one of us.
Yeah, but you lost that.
But I lose it because of his banners. Stick around again. Going into his turn, you can see the tower guard. Apparently, I did absolutely no wounds to the...
So first he slid over, I guess, in your previous combat turn.
He slid over in the previous combat turn.
So 2 guys were contact, even though one was hanging off.
Correct. Yep. And I can't slide over to prevent it because I'm on the board edge.
Right.
And he's, the tower guard on his bottom.
To make room for more tower guard. Yeah.
Tower guard come in. I've only got 3 wounds. I mean, I'm a dead man. Anyway.
Oh, that's more the point of
it's just the clipping thing.
Doing the clipping thing.
These harpies, once they saw the tower guard in, said, okay, we can go back and retire. Stay out of harm's way. The crossbow auxiliaries move out to the middle of the field. Bolt throwers start firing. Puts 2 wounds on my general now that it's failed his charge.
Yeah.
Luckily, that's all that hit. Tower guard with his general in there, the multi-wounds, comes in and makes short work of him.
Mr. Spider.
Mr. Spider's gone now. Now we're moving on to my turn 5. My turn 5. There's the overall look.
Right.
My general this time decides...
Makes his charge.
He had to get wounded to get irritated.
Yes.
So he goes in.
So which guy with one wound's going to win?
So I am tough 6.
Yes.
The Wolf Rider Raiders
decide to hide behind the wall.
Raiders go hide behind the wall,
And the BSB hides behind the spider.
BSB hides behind the spider, and they are within range, easy range of that bolt thrower,
Right.
of the Dread Reaper,
Mm-hmm.
and getting cover.
Yes.
So we got that going
As long
for
as
us.
I don't jumping over the wall.
So
Yay.
General goes in, and since the spider can't do it, he chops him up.
Yeah.
He got 4 attacks at strength 7. That's fairly good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he chops him up and overruns out into the field because I want to get closer to the bolt throwers because I wasn't even at long range
Yeah.
before. So there's nothing else I could do. Just stand there and try to
Get
charge
some
him.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get cover for the field.
Yeah.
So that's the overall look going into the bottom of 5.
All right.
Just checking. He's checking his arcs. I don't know why. In his turn. You can see the crossbowmen have moved up around the field, and they're going to shoot at me again. Shoot for General this time. And we go to turn 6. Because that's all he has. And with the... I got lucky because the 2 Dread Reapers failed to wound me. Alright, so overall, you can see his crossbowman moved over, shot at me. Between the 2 bolt throwers and the crossbowman, he did nothing to the General. Actually, one of the bolt throwers fired at the Goblin Wolf Riders.
Oh, okay.
To try to do those, even with them behind the wall, and because of that, did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But he did not do anything to my General.
Not a spider, huh?
No, the spider was not his. Spider can't harm him.
Yeah, it's more points than his Wolf Riders are.
But the Wolf Riders can kill him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the smart thing is to kill the Wolf Riders, just to save your points and try to go in the bottom of 6 and kill something.
Yeah.
I thought. Anyway, so I'm going on to 6. The Wolf Riders, 6. I guess that's the first picture after that. The Wolf Riders charge out into the first bolt thrower, and 2 of them don't quite
impale
make it.
themselves on some rocks.
But the General and BSB were both nearby.
So they pass.
They get into it, and my big Orc General has charged the other one and got into that one.
Right.
Spider has turned to face and moved out towards the crossbowman, firing its 2 mighty bow shots, its 8 bow shots, and killing 2 of them.
Yeah. There you go. Didn't panic off.
Did not panic.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it was only 2 out of 10, wasn't it? Anyway, over here, both the bolt throwers died from the oncoming swarm, and this was on the bottom of 6. The bottom of 6, he fires his crossbows and kills 1 to get revenge, and the harpies.
Hoping to panic you.
The harpies up here on the right charged my General.
Okay.
Just as he's hoping to squeeze that 1 wound through and kill him. Because also if he kills him, it'll panic the Wolf Riders as well.
Or have him not hurt you and break and
Correct.
run. Yeah.
But ends up he gets killed.
Yeah.
And this is just kind of we pushed everything towards the center. He had to run, so we pushed everything towards the center. Pushed everything to the center of the table, took a picture, and he headed out. Just this is what was left. It's kind of a push. We kind of called it a push. I don't know. I think he's got an edge on me because his General's still alive. That big unit of Tower Guard's still alive.
Yeah, but you've got...
I don't have a ton.
You got a spider.
I got both my... I got my 2 Orc characters, my spider, and that unit of Wolf Riders. So they all count as full strength, but I got under 1,000. Well, no, 5, 9. Anyway, I have like 1,300 left. I'm sure he's got more than that.
Yeah, just because of that. Yeah, that block of troops is rather expensive.
But that was the way it ended. Fun game. I like playing this army. It's a tough army for me to deal with. He's got a lot of fast-moving stuff that he just comes forward. Just comes forward and gets in my face and restricts what I can do to it.
Right.
A couple good shots, the arrow shots into the Witch Elf, the Blades of Nob, helped early, thin him out. But anyway, fun game.
All right.
Thank you for listening.
Till next time.